Scooter, open up the show.
What?
Open up the show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're behind again?
Yeah. So good to be here.
All right. Welcome, everybody, into the locker room on 97.3 ESPN. It is Scotty McKay opening the show right now because our host, Billy, is running behind today. But he is in the studio, and he's getting set up. So, welcome.
Right,
what a great
Scooter.
Saturday.
I'm back, Scooter.
You're not back. Your mic's off still.
We're all discombobulated. I'm back.
There you are.
Am I back?
You're back.
I'm back.
Well, listen, when you asked Scott to open the show, he forgot to mute his computer. So
he forgot to mute his computer.
So we had feedback coming from his computer into the mic. So the audience listening on the radio or on the 97.3 app were getting double echo.
Oh,
Scott.
I wanted the reverb. I wanted to echo it out.
They're getting double of Scooter.
That's a lot.
So the moment Billy wants to talk in the microphone, I was reaching
I know.
fix your computer.
Right. I don't even know why that was on because I haven't touched the computer. Or I did touch this.
Probably a default setting.
It might just pop it back on. Yeah.
Hey, it's Saturday morning. It's time for the locker room right here on 97.3 ESPN. Got a big show lined up. So I'm coming down here, and I'm driving on the expressway, and of course, it doesn't happen often, but every once in a while, there's an accident, and I was at a standstill for like a good 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
And I wasn't moving.
I had no problems.
And I called you. It was right at mile marker, right at 30, 31,
33,
7.
you said.
No, I was stopped at about 34, 33, 33.9 I was stopped.
Right.
And but the accident was about at 31, right before it goes into 3 lanes.
Right.
I wasn't moving. So I called the panic, and Scooter, I asked you if you were moving because you said you had just gotten on the expressway and you were moving.
Yeah, I get on at 31 from 73, and then it flew the whole way here.
I was going to take the exit 33 and then shoot over to the Pike, but I figured, you know what? If that's moving, I only have 3 miles to go, 2.5 miles to go.
Right.
I was going to ride on the shoulder if I had to. It was it looked like a woman had rear-ended somebody. It was a pretty nasty accident, but here I am, Scooter.
You're here.
And
Russian as usual.
Look, we got a great show today, man. We're gonna talk Eagles football in the first hour. We'll talk Eagles football. We got a new segment that we're going to be doing today with Dave Sharapan. Dave is with Dave is he's got a site. He's the Sportsbook Consigliere. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBK Consig on Twitter. He's down there with he's in Vegas. He's been a bookmaker, odds maker for some time, and we're gonna incorporate him into the show starting every Saturday morning throughout the football season.
Okay.
What, Josh? You're looking.
I asked this in all sincerity because I attempted to ask you this question yesterday, so I'm going to corner you on the radio today.
Good.
What is a consigliere and what makes someone a consigliere?
A consigliere is like a right-hand man, I would say, right? Somebody that's or consigliere.
You're asking me. I'm asking you.
Isn't a consigliere a mob term? A consigliere, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't it referred to like
kind of? Yes.
What is it? I guess look up the definition.
He's an advisor.
An advisor.
Yeah, especially to a crime boss.
Right, to a crime boss.
Right. Well, that's why I'm asking, because usually that's not something you refer to.
So when I said right-hand man, it's someone that the boss looks to for information, for input,
for answers.
He trusts the person.
Like, where'd you bury the guy?
So why is he a consigliere and not a Vegas insider?
Well, it is an advisor. He's advising people on his picks.
Dave's been on the scene for some time, and he lives in Vegas. He's actually from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So, which he's got that thick Pittsburgh. Yeah, he's got a thick Pittsburgh accent. So we'll talk to him every Saturday. We'll get a 6-pack of picks from him. We'll get 3 college. We'll get 3 pro.
I was hoping to get a 6-pack from him.
Maybe later on.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we got a great guest today. Our second guest is a 5-time Pro Bowl selection. All right, he's in the Eagles and the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. Linebacker, number 66, Bill Bergey. And when I spoke to Bill, he called me yesterday, right before I was getting ready to write my article, Josh, which I write for 97.3ESPN.com. You can check it out every Friday. Usually, my deadline for Josh is usually around 12:30, 1 o'clock. I try to get it in there before. Josh usually has it posted by 1:32. And so I'd reached out to a few people, and Bill got back to me. I'm like, yeah, but when you speak to Bill Bergey, you can hear it in his voice. He's got that. He exudes toughness.
Yeah.
Bill Bergey.
He was tough, that's for sure.
Then I was looking up pictures of him, and him and his linebacker stance. You know who else had a tough look as a middle linebacker? Probably one of the toughest looks was Mike Singletary with the eyes.
Yeah.
Remember Singletary's eyes?
And he proved it. He backed it up.
Yeah,
too.
but Bergey has that stare too.
Yeah, he was a big, thick guy.
Yeah.
Big, broad shoulders and tough. I got to meet him a couple years ago when they had 4 Philly sports figures go over to the Phillies game,
right.
And I forget what inning is, 3rd inning maybe, between the 2nd and 3rd inning, they have them go out and they change the bases.
Right.
And Proper was I got to go with Proper, and it was Bill Bergey, Sean Landetta, and I forget who the 4th guy was, but we had 4 guys that went over and
But he's the nicest guy.
Oh, he's a great guy.
He's a great
guy. His wife Mickey was wonderful. Really nice people. We
got the Philadelphia Eagles starting, and what a perfect time. Because after last night Phillies games, I think it's fair to say they only have 21 games left now. They're 4.5 behind the Braves, but they lose to a Colorado team whose away record is now 19-50. 19-50.
Thanks to the Phillies.
And we've already been beaten. They've already beaten us twice at home.
Yep.
So the Eagles couldn't start at a better time because I think, for all intents and purposes, the Phillies are done. This team just isn't good enough, Scooter.
No, they're not. They haven't been good enough all year.
But as excited as I have been over the last month, right?
And it's why I don't get so excited, because this is the result.
That's no fun being you.
Well, yeah, sure it is.
No,
it's more like I understand
what you, Scooter. Listen, you don't get excited about everything.
I'm not as disappointed as you are because I expected this.
Well, if you don't live a day where you don't smile, you don't cry, you don't laugh, you don't cry, you get happy, you get disappointed, you're not living.
Well, I do all that all the time.
No,
I laugh.
You just say you don't get excited.
I get excited when they win. I enjoy
Josh,
it.
have you ever seen him excited about anything?
Define excited.
Yeah.
Jeez. Define consigliere. Define excited.
Well, Bill, listen. Like I said, to me, you are the
epitome.
You mentioned earlier that you write these articles you send to me.
Right.
You are the only person who I've ever done copy editing for in my lifetime who writes the way that you do.
Why? What's wrong with the way I write? Is that a negative thing you're saying?
It's not negative.
It's just
unique.
my style. It's unique.
Because you do unique, things in your writing and phrasing and terminology that nobody else does. So,
but I'm grammatically correct.
So not 100%, but for you use words and phrases that most people don't use for the way that you're using them.
Really?
So as a result, you say consigliere and you're saying Vegas, the first thing I'm thinking of is where's the body? And when you say things like get excited.
But Josh, listen, I know for a fact that I'm grammatically correct for 2 reasons. Number 1, I use spell check. Number 2, I use grammatic check. So when I send you a copy, there might be a few, but grammatically with commas and periods and things like that, I'm accurate.
Well, if you really want me to break it down, first of all, you're supposed to be double spacing. That's the AP style. Second of all, you're supposed to spell out any number that's under the number 10. Third of all, you don't actually spell out New York. You put NY Mets, or you put QB instead of spelling out quarterback. Should I continue?
I did that.
Yeah.
I did do that. All right.
Now, of course, partially it's my fault because I come from a newspaper writing background. Before I got in the radio, I was writing.
But see, since I know that you're my editor, I just said
You
because I'm pressed for time. So
Well, you trust me.
You
Yeah,
just
I do
send the
trust
dumb stuff over, and then
Yeah.
he fixes it.
And by the way, there have been times where I've read back over it where you've left an ing off, like little stupid stuff, nothing major. But you're pressed for time because you're doing 5 things at once. I get it, right?
Sure.
All right. So let's talk about Scotty getting excited. Have you ever? You want me to define excited, but have you ever seen him like really get excited about anything?
Here's the thing.
Don't
When you-
don't
when you-
tiptoe around this.
When
question.
you two argued 2 weeks ago, that was a lot of passion coming out of it.
And you like that?
I like anybody being invested.
Okay. See that, Scooter? You
I
like when you-
listen,
you
I
like when
show
you're
up every
invested.
week. I'm invested.
You're
You, on the other hand, get behind traffic because you start late, and you're a dope. I had no problem getting down here
Hey,
today.
listen, we have a new advertiser, and I'm
Yeah,
excited to have our new advertiser on board, Debbie McGonigal from My Winter Watchdog, and her business is a business that people are
Need.
going to need and are going to want to take advantage of because it's a great concept.
Yeah.
And I know she does a great job.
Yeah. Well, listen. You have these $1 million shore houses down here. You leave them for the winter, and things happen.
And
So
you want to trust somebody. You want to have somebody that you can trust.
yeah, absolutely.
Whose workers are bonded and insured,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And it's a woman's touch too.
Sure. It's
All right,
even better.
Debbie. When I was speaking with her on the phone, she sounds pretty squared away and on top of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, your houses are important to you, so you need. Listen, every year I used to stay down here through September,
Yeah.
and the people we used to rent from in Ocean City, they'd be back home.
Right.
So I said, hey, listen, there's kind of a storm coming. I'm going to take your furniture off your top deck, and I'm
Right.
going to move it into the garage or something like that. Oh, that's great. So stuff like that you just don't think about. You got to plan for, and you need to have somebody there to do it.
So we're gonna welcome in My Winter Watchdog as a part of the team here in the locker room moving forward and during football season. A great time to be associated with the show because we got so much going on. College. By the way, last night, real quick before we hit the break, last night that Coastal Carolina team waxed Kansas. I just can't believe it, Josh.
They barely covered the spread, though.
I know it's unbelievable. I mean, come on, Kansas
Kansas showed up and punched them in the face. They had to recalibrate.
Kansas is a they've got a good program over the years.
No, they don't.
They've been better for basketball, but
Kansas won their first game last week in 2 years.
yeah, but over the course of history, Kansas hasn't been a bad program.
Can you name the last two
Gale
Kansas
Sayers.
players? The last 2 Kansas players to play in the NFL.
The Kansas Common.
Yeah, Dorothy and Toto.
One of them's Aqib Talib, and he's not even in the
Nah,
NFL anymore.
nah. Well, I was surprised that Coastal Carolina waxed.
I was surprised it was that close.
You thought Coastal Carolina is came out of nowhere for the last 2 years. They've been playing. They've been on the radar. They're ranked number
Sure.
17.
They are a good football program compared to Kansas.
All right. So, Scooter, on the other side, we'll talk about what we're working on. We got something in the works.
Got
It's
something
going to
in
be a
the
lot of
works.
fun.
Absolutely.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing of the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know, those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming or a daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of your time on the road, maybe even getting caught behind an accident. All right.
Yeah.
Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog, or go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 1-267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles open the 2021 season tomorrow in Atlanta against the Falcons.
Flying back. Here comes the rush. He's hit. They've got him back at the 35.
Pre-game coverage begins at noon. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 1. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Oh yeah, it's on at Matt Black Nissan.
AJ, the trade-in man, is at it again. This month, get $2,000 cash back, 0% for 60 months, and AJ will give you top dollar for your trade. So why waste money repairing or replacing worn-out parts, tires, or wiper blades? Bring it to AJ at Matt Blatt Nissan today. Stuck in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Nissan will get you released. The value of your current vehicle has skyrocketed. So cash in your vehicle now and drive home in a new Nissan today with peace of mind. Because only Matt Blatt Nissan has a 4-day love it or leave it return policy. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. We finance your future, not your past. All new Nissan Murano, 0 down, 0 interest for 60 months. MattBlattNissan.com. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle. Rate qualifications exist. Not all will qualify. 0% APR financing based on $1,667 per thousand borrowed. Offers can't be combined. Murano VIN. MC 134-385. Call 877-289-6670 or go to MattBlattNissan.com for complete details. Offer ends 10/3/2021. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
Creamy nut butter makes it delightfully sweet. Roasted nuts make it perfectly salty. Get 2 great tastes in one delicious bar. Enjoy a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut bar today.
We're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. Broadcasting live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube today. You can check us out there. Hey, listen, the Eagles season starts tomorrow and at 1 o'clock in Atlanta. Now, last week, you and I broke down the NFC East. We gave our predictions. I have the Eagles going 8-9. You have them going, what did you say?
7-9-1.
7-9-1. We want the listeners to chime in. I want to hear what they have to say.
All right.
So let's open up the text board. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Just shoot us what you think the Eagles' record's going to be this year. 609-403-0973. Give us your prediction on the Eagles' win-loss record. 609-403-0973. Josh will read them throughout the show today. Scooter, it is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And
Yes.
I watched a lot of stuff on TV yesterday and last night about it. And at one point, because I'm emotional, unlike you, it brought me to tears. So seeing some of this, reliving some of those stories and seeing, replay of what happened. It pissed me off, and it's something I hope we never forget.
Well, I don't think we ever will forget.
I think there are people that want to kind of change some things, as far as how we remember it.
Well, I think it's something that you have to move on from it. I mean, there's people that have been affected, obviously more than we have.
Whole lives are destroyed.
Families and people that, firemen, police, and people that, basically gave their lives to save people.
Right.
And
there's so many heroic stories. There was this one police officer of Latino descent went back into the building, not once, not twice, not three times, but on the fourth time, he never came out.
Right.
And he saved for three people.
Yeah, I turned it over when the Phillies were getting
what a great
pounded
story.
6-0.
And they followed.
His son's now a fireman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the son I don't think ever knew his father because he was so young.
Right.
Doesn't remember anything. And he kind of looks like his dad.
Oh,
Is that
dead
amazing?
ringer.
Was that unbelievable?
Scary dead ringer, how they look like each other.
I will never forget that this morning today is almost similar to that morning. It was a beautiful, bright, sunny day. I'll never forget it.
Where were you?
Well, I was living at 3101 Central in Ocean City, New Jersey. The Eagles had played the Cowboys that Sunday, and I had Sunday, I worked at U.S. Airways at Philadelphia International Airport, and I had Sunday, Monday off, right? And I was dating a flight attendant, not Nita, the other one. Okay. And we went to the Eagles game, and then we came back down to the Ocean City, and we had we went out, we went to the Yank, we did a couple things, and then Tuesday morning she had to work and I had to be at work at 1:00, and I'll never forget the waves were great that day, as like it is today. By the way, we're going to be talking with Reds for Reds Jersey Mex. I called him this morning. He's out surfing. The waves they've been unbelievable.
I heard they're big, yeah.
The waves have been huge.
I ran into Pete Patrizzi yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
There's a surfer.
I know.
But the surfers up and down the coast have been going off. And so anyway, it was a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning here in the South Jersey area. The water was gorgeous. The waves are like about anywhere from waist to chest high. They were coming in clean, a little bit of a west wind, holding that spray up. I went out surfing at about 8:00 in the morning because we lived right on the beach. And when I came back to the house around I was out in the water at 7:30. When I came out around 8:30, 9 o'clock or something like that, remember those old answer machines that blinked? That you put them right next to the phone.
You still have one, don't you?
Yeah, they hooked up to the phone. You know what I'm talking about? It showed you, like, if you had 10 messages, it would say 10, right? The old.
Yeah, it's called an answer machine.
Well, the answer machine, but I'm talking about the old. Right now, you just have your phone. You don't need an answering machine. Right. So anyway, I come back off the beach, get showered up. It's blinking. It's going crazy, and I had about 10 messages saying, because everybody knew I worked at the airport or for U.S. Airways. Turn your TV on. A plane hit the building. It was right after the first. I think so. It was like 8:30 was the first one or something like that. I forget what the time was.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact time.
From that moment on, glued to the TV, just like jaw wide open, not saying too much. Phone lines eventually were down. Couldn't communicate with anybody. I had to be at work at 1:00 at the airport. Couldn't get through to anybody, and we decided to leave at about 2:00 to head up. I'll remember getting on the expressway. There wasn't a car on the road. Not a car on the road.
You left at 2:00 to go to work.
Yeah,
at
because
1:00?
because we heard that all planes were grounded. On the TV.
Right.
they were grounded all the planes. Well, if all the planes are grounded, I don't need to do anything.
Right.
We couldn't get through, and I'll never forget it, man.
Yeah.
Eventually went up. When we got up to work, we were told to go home. I'll never forget walking through the door, and back then security was lax. I mean, remember the old OJ? Remember the old OJ Simpson commercials and running through the that's when that stopped. You used to be able to do that, literally run through the. I've run through
the not through security, but I've run through the airport. Yeah, but
and then I got through there, and I've never. It was it was so eerie because it was the silence was deafening. Because when you go to the airport, it's loud. There's the bag chutes going. The planes are. You can hear the high pitched the engine noise. You're there. You got to wear your headgear. It was silent.
Right. It's funny because we never really got to see the first plane initially.
Right.
We never got to see that, and everybody said, "Oh, a plane." So everybody's thinking like a Cessna. 49 or something like that flew into the building by accident or something like that. So, it was just weird until the second one. Then you knew something was
wrong. So I got to tell you, a friend of ours, growing up, we used to the McAleys used to live on 16th Street. Of course, Bob McAlee's an NFL referee. I was good friends with Scott. Mel.
Yeah, I know Mel.
He was on the beach patrol. Bobby Call was a good friend of theirs, and we used to play basketball in the backyard in the back there, and they had a hoop set up. We used to play age against youth. It was me and my brother Mel against Tommy, Bobby Call, and a couple of the younger kids, and we would age against youth, and we play all the time. Well, Bobby Call worked in the Trade Center, and he perished in the towers, and he's got a bench on 16th Street. Bobby Call. So we sent out our prayers to the Call family and all the other families that were affected by 9/11, and of course the country. So, man, 20 years ago. Is that unbelievable?
It's crazy.
Seemed like it went yesterday. It was yesterday. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan and the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality linked new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the main line, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the Sportsbook Consigliere. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA football. Throw out the records and the rankings as we bring you the battle for the state of Iowa and the Cy-Hawk Trophy, as Coach Matt Campbell looks to lead the Cyclones to victory over Coach Kirk Ferentz and the Hawkeyes. It's Iowa State and Iowa. If it's college football, it's right here.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote. at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Somers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Somers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both the Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Hi, this is Lou Capelli, Camden County Commissioner Director, reminding everyone to get vaccinated to help protect yourself, your family, and neighbors. The vaccine has proven to be safe, effective, and can stop the spread of COVID-19. We are providing free vaccine to all residents that want it and bringing it into the community. As things open up throughout our region, your vaccine shot, along with wearing a mask and social distancing, will get us to a post-pandemic world. For updated information on COVID-19 and vaccination efforts, visit CamdenCounty.com. We're all in this together. Let's play our part to stay safe and healthy this summer.
New Jersey Secretary of Agriculture Doug Fisher here. Right now, we are in the height of the Jersey Fresh growing season. That means all your favorite ripe and flavorful Jersey Fresh fruits and vegetables are available now at your favorite market. Stay loyal to local Jersey Fresh.
We're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. Now, you know, Scooter, last week was Labor Day weekend. There were so many big college games. And this week, there's only a few on the docket that are, in my mind, worth watching. Josh might disagree with that, but then, of course, the NFL starts in earnest. We had the Dallas Cowboys against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Of course, Tampa Bay won 31-29, I guess it was. And then we have the Eagles on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. So I want to start my new segment with Dave Sharapan he's the Sportsbook Consigliere. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, Dave Sharapan. What's up, Dave?
Billy, what is going on, man?
Well,
good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? You're live in Las Vegas.
Yeah. It's early, but you know what? This is what we do. We get up early and check numbers and, you know, go over this stuff. And it's not the exciting maybe slate that it was last week on Saturday. But hey, really, there's still good games, and like the money's the same whether you picked a big high ranking matchup like Georgia Clemson last week. You know, or you pick Western Kentucky Army this week. It's the same. When you win, you get paid, and when you lose, you got to pay. Right. So there's enough games, people find something to bet on.
Now, Dave, you have a pretty interesting background. Tell our listeners real briefly how you got started, because I thought that was pretty funny the way it came about.
Oh yeah, no, my whole kind of thing started back in the late 90s when I was hustling the media gigs and trying to, make my way to ESPN like every other broadcast journalism graduate. I got an opportunity to move to Curacao, Billy, and picked up and went. learned the offshore stuff there. Basically got a PhD in sportsbook business. I mean, I did everything. Basically did it all. And this was all just like via phones. I mean, we didn't have internet wagering, no apps, no none of that stuff. It was, basically learn the business, make numbers, move numbers, take bets, and go. After 18 months, I come back to the States. I get out of it for a little bit, and I just can't live back east. So I end up moving to Phoenix first, and then somehow, I reunite with my wife, and we move to Las Vegas. And as a stay-at-home dad, I needed something to do. Guy says, why don't you come down to the sports book, meet the director? I'm done after that. That was 18 years ago. I started writing tickets part-time to get out of changing diapers. And one thing led to another, and I bounced from one casino. The Golden Nugget is where it started. I was at the M. I was at the Cosmopolitan. I was at the Venetian and Palazzo. Went to West Virginia for 8 weeks and realized, why am I here? I went back to Las Vegas, and I've been here since.
You didn't marry your sister
and
when
now,
you were there.
and now I'm a media guy. All I do is media. I talk about the stuff, all the conversations that I've been having, behind closed doors, or you went to family events and stuff, and they ask what you did, and you're like, well, I do numbers, and then they're like, what? Are you doing what? Like, get paid for that? I'm like, it's not bad, So now we're doing this thing, and we get to talk about it everywhere and anywhere that'll, let me do it. I do, and I got my own podcast, and I do a bunch of, stuff on MLB Network now. It's okay to talk about it everywhere. Sure. So it's a blast.
Of course, I use my Sportsbook app on my phone. I'm not going to tell you which one it is because we don't have an advertising agreement, but I mean, it's right at the touch of your fingers. I mean, you can 3 seconds before the game, you don't have to pick up the phone and call the bookie anymore.
Oh, you don't have to do that at all. In fact, now, like the last thing that I was really concentrating on before I got out of the business was the in-game wagering. You can wager in-game, play to play.
Yeah.
Batter to batter in baseball. I mean, it's right there. And I tell people all the time, like, sometimes too much is too much, but if you're able to just kind of engage with it, and the convenience level now, you can't get shut out, Billy. If you get shut out of a game, you're just not trying. You really, the bet isn't supposed to be if you get shut out. It's almost impossible.
All right, Dave. So we're talking with Dave Sharapan. He's a Sportsbook Consigliere. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Get his picks. So what we'll start doing this week and every week throughout the football season, we'll get your 6-pack of picks. I'm going to pick the games, and you're going to tell us a little bit about what you think. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan, Billy. I mean, we put this together. There was a lot of high-level discussion putting this together. So I hope it comes off as much as we have planned it.
You had to dumb it down a little bit, didn't you?
I mean, Scott, thanks. I mean, Billy call, that's what we got to do.
All right. A couple of games that I'm interested in the college level, the Ohio State-Oregon game. And that's at noon. That'll be right here on 97.3 ESPN. Give our listeners what you think is going to happen in that game.
So first game out Thursday last week, Ohio State played Minnesota. The line opened 13.5. It went to 14 and went to 14.5, and then came back to 14. Ironically, the line for this game is Ohio State opened 13.5, went to 14, went to 14.5, and now this one ain't coming back, Billy. It's at 15 in a couple places out here in Vegas, and I think it's staying there. The number's tough, man. Like, I would only play Ohio State for me right now, and I don't normally lay more than 2 touchdowns in games, but I think Ohio State's explosive ability to score quick is just going to be too much for Oregon, and if this thing starts to get a little bit of a distance away, it could be a blowout, and I expect it to be. So I like Ohio State in the game. The total 64, that's tougher to me than the side. I mean, it could fall right around that number. I don't have a real strong opinion for the total.
All right. Game 2 is the one of only a couple games between ranked teams. Iowa at Iowa State. Iowa's ranked number 10. Iowa State is number 9. That's a 4:30 start kickoff. That's right here on 97.3 ESPN. Who do you like in that game, Dave?
So I'm pretty disappointed you didn't go right to Rutgers and Syracuse. I figured that would be one of the games that we would be talking about.
That's my alma mater, by the way.
Well, I didn't even know that. You see how I'm working here? You see how this thing is happening? Man. Iowa State, big games at home early in the season. Last year they lost to UL Lafayette. Like this is a gigantic moment, and he needs to win this game at home. Just for Iowa State, the fans, everybody. This is their big season. We're getting Iowa coming in off of a kind of a mirage a little bit. I mean, they got an Indiana team. The quarterback was hurt a little bit. A couple defensive scores and a blowout occurs. This one opened at 3.5. A lot of sharp guys and guys I respect played Iowa State. It's up to 4.5, and what I call the bag guys, the guys that come in with bags of money to bet games, they're not touching Iowa. So I'm actually thinking that Iowa State, again, it's a little, it's another chalk, another favorite. So what? They win too. I like Iowa State in the game. I think it's a huge game. 46 is the total, Billy. This isn't going to be a great one to watch. Be a lot of defense played. It's going to look like a typical Big Ten game, but I like Iowa State.
All right, and the last one for our college picks today will be number 15 Texas versus Arkansas.
Yeah, Texas and Arkansas.
It's at Arkansas.
Right mind is going to bet. I know. Who in their right mind is going to bet Arkansas, right? This one made the list because Texas looked great last week. Sarkisian, new coach, new staff, new everything, and all the expectations for Texas are there again. Oh, we're back before their move to the SEC. Well, they go to one of the worst teams in the SEC, laying points on the road. This one, for me, a lot of people are on Texas. And not that means that I like the other side, but in this case, I do. The book guy comes out of me in these situations. I get a home dog, which were really good last week, and still a Texas team that I don't think, I'm not ready to anoint his back. Tough place to play. I think Arkansas could actually win the game, but keep it close. Give me Arkansas plus 6.5.
We're talking with Dave Sharapan, the Sportsbook Consigliere. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. And now let's go to the pros. And I know Scotty McKay, you looked at a couple games. Scooter, what game stands out for you?
Yeah, there's a couple games I'm interested in. One is the Seattle Colts game. It's pretty close. Two teams that have similar things, but I'm from Philly here. We're thinking we're hoping the Colts lose. So what do you think about that game, Dave?
So, this one's probably close to a lot of people in Philly with, Wentz actually wasn't going to play, and then he got hurt, and then he's back, and then he got COVID, and he's back, and I guess he's going to start. So there's been a lot of questions in this game with line movement and stuff. It's up to 3 in most places with Seattle favored at Indy because of all the question marks. I bet Seattle when it was 2. I just thought that they should be a 3-point favorite. Now, I still like the position, but I'm a little worried because I can't find one person who thinks the Colts are actually going to win the game. I hate when I'm on that side, but again, it's a tough game. I think I would bet Seattle, but I'm ready to buy back Indy at any second.
Okay. And then what about the Bills Steelers?
Oh, man. Close to my heart, Scott. I'm a Pittsburgh guy, born and raised. I fall for this Pittsburgh trick every year. I do. I like Pittsburgh. I mean, it's the first game of the season. Usually the Steelers go to New England. Yeah. Listen, usually the Steelers go to New England for the first game of the season, and I take the points, and they never cover. I see Tom Brady in my worst dreams. He's tormented me. Well, now they get to go to Buffalo, the team with all the hopes and dreams of this year. This is the year Buffalo is going to go to the Super Bowl, right? It starts tomorrow. They're laying 6.5. I think it's too high. I think this feels like a field goal game, 24-20, 21-17, and I'm probably dead wrong with the total. Probably be the way the NFL's played now. It'll probably be 44-40. But either way, I think the Steelers will cover, and I think they may be driving to win, or Buffalo will be driving to win near the end of the game. It may look a lot like the game did Thursday night between Tampa and Dallas.
And then finally, we got to talk about our Philadelphia Eagles. They're heading down to the Atlanta area to play the Falcons. What do you think? What do you make of that game Sunday at 1:00?
Oh, man, it's always fun for me when the bird teams get together, the Eagles and the Falcons. But this line's too high, guys. I can't see Atlanta. They added the tight end pitch, but they have no running game. What are they going to do to run the ball? And I think people are really underestimating the Eagles. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on there and there's a lot of Eagles fans listening. I'll be the first one to tell you that if they stink, I'll tell you that. I mean, it's numbers. Well, over a field goal to me, actually, in this matchup, feels like the right side. So I like Philadelphia. I think they can win the game. Nothing would surprise me in this game. I mean, if Atlanta won by 10, would I be surprised? No. If the Eagles win the game outright, would I be surprised? No. But I like Philadelphia. I think they come out of this game with a win, and actually we get to say it for a whole week. We'll be leading the NFC East division.
Hey, and it's up to 3.5 right now. Is that correct?
It is. It's bouncing. Some places are 3 with juice, like -3, -120, or it's 3.5. So the line's going up. I mean, but once it reaches 4, the bad guys are going to come in on Philly. I just know it. They're definitely going to play the Eagles if it gets to 4.
They got the total score like at around 48.5. I don't think they're going to score that many points. I don't see it.
It seems high. I agree, but again, I've been trained and I've been in this business for 2 decades, and I'm a big under guy. I like to play unders because the books always need the under, and the books do okay. They build buildings out here in Vegas based on unders. But it's a different game now. It's just the penalties are called at the drop of a hat. Nobody runs the ball anymore. If the Eagles can run the ball and get a lead, or at least keep it within 1 score, I think they'll control the line of scrimmage and control the ball, the pace of the game, and it will go under. If they don't, and they have to trade passes and nobody's running the ball, the game's going to last 6 hours, and it's going to go way over the top.
All right, Dave, Sharapan, we really appreciate it. We love this segment. We'll be doing it every Saturday. You can check out the Sportsbook Consigliere on Twitter at SportsBKConsig on Twitter. Get his picks. Dave, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the football, and thanks for having me, Billy. We'll talk soon.
All right, there he is, Dave Sharapan, the Sportsbook Consigliere on the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Are you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up the first hour of the locker room, and also Scotty McKay, and I'll tell you what we're working on. You're listening to the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, 97.3 ESPN.
The hunt for October continues this weekend. The next chapter of the Subway Series finds both the Yankees and Mets fighting for the postseason. And every game is critical.
Judge, and it's a one-run game. Opposite way to right center for Alonso.
I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Home runs, damn.
The Yankees and Mets. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Hi, I'm Daniel Baldwin, and I'd like you to do something for me right now. That's right, right now. I want you to go to bioblasting.com. That's BIOBLASTING.com. Right now. Just go to bioblasting.com or call them at 833-BIO-BLAST. Use promo code ESPN to get 20% off your order. Bioblasting, located in Egg Harbor Township. People, pet, and planet friendly.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Local Gym and Fitness is well stocked with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Church's has a deal made for you or all y'all. Choose your favorite tenders or classic style chicken and spicy or original with sides and biscuits for everyone. So swing by for Church's Feed 6 starting at $20 deals. Church's, bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
The pitch is moving up a day.
Antonio's animation studio needs a 3D designer today.
What are we going to do?
Someone who's as artistic as they are organized.
How are we going to get all this done? What about the production schedule?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Screen for quality candidates with the skills your role needs with Indeed assessments. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
The first bet on Caesars Sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. But I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app, and that first bet is up to $5,000 risk-free. Caesar made an app for the people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new players. Paid in bet credits. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. Scooter, we're working on something that's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
What are we working on?
Working on a little golf match.
The locker room invitational, or should we call it the locker room open?
And I can call it the locker room celebrity invitational.
Oh, there you go. The locker room celebrity. Is that because you're playing? You're a celebrity?
Well, that's true.
I made you a celebrity. Is that what I did?
No, that's not what you've done, because you're still not a celebrity. But no, we're going to have you and Pete have been going back and forth at each other.
Yeah, Pete Thompson thinks he can beat me in golf.
Well, listen, with me helping him, he's probably going to beat you.
Nah, because you know why? Tommy Green's riding with me.
He's going to help you?
Yeah.
So Tommy doesn't realize that yet, does he?
No, I told him.
I
told him. So yeah, we're gonna have 10 golfers. We're gonna have the celebrity list is gonna include Tommy Green, Brian Propp, Milt Thompson, Ken Dunick.
Okay.
All right.
There's 4.
You're going to be golfing. You'll be with Pete.
I'll be with Pete.
Tommy will be with me. Then we got to divide proper up with probably Tom, one of my advertisers, a couple of my advertisers. Tom Jackson's he's committed to it.
All right.
Ron Conklin from Surety Title.
All right.
And
then Radio
Ron Ralston, because we're going to be broadcasting live, Josh, from the Great Bay Country Club. On October 30th, it's always a great day at Great Bay. We're going to
where it's not just golf, it's fun.
Where it's not just golf, it's fun. We're going to broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club.
And this is on October 30th.
On October 30th, we're going to tee off right after the show at like about 12:45.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a trophy for so it's going to be me against Pete in an individual, and then we'll pick five golf, a team of 5. And then that'll how we will that
All right, we'll do best ball.
We'll have a couple things going, but
Yeah.
I'm going to make a trophy up for the team win, and it's going to be a trophy of a golden cup.
All right.
Not the cup you drink
a supporter,
out of.
an athletic supporter.
Yes, something that protects the man's genitalia.
There you go. That's a good thing. I hope it's not a used one.
It's going to be in gold, too.
Listen, you know what we're going to hear a lot that day when you're playing is 4.
Well, I just blew my ear off.
Yeah,
Something
it just
happened
popped
there.
in there, too.
Wow. Well, we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll have more information about it. Obviously, Pete and I will talk about it in depth tomorrow.
We need to get some crowds out there.
Yeah. We'll get people out there.
Billy's trying to get me to go out there.
Really? Does he want you to caddy?
Yeah. No, after a show, he's going to come out and have drinks and
absolutely.
Ron's putting it all. He's going to put us up. We're going to drinks, food after. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, hour 1 in the books. Hour 2, we have Eagles Hall of Fame and Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame linebacker Bill Bergey will join us on the other side. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. Eagles talk coming up right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Oh, it's so hot out. There's no way I'm cooking tonight.
Ooh, yeah, hot sounds good.
Huh? Honey, I'm talking about the weather.
Ooh, hot and honey, even better.
What the heck do you mean?
I mean South Jersey's best wings from the Pick.
Yeah, the Piccalilli Inn on Route 206 in Chemung. We'll pick up some wings, ears, and tails tonight.
And this weekend, we can stop at the Pick on our way home from the shore. Check them out on Facebook. Let's see what the specials are.
The Piccalilli Inn.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
School's out for summer! But if your business is running QuickBooks, you'll never get a break. Their manual processes, integration difficulties, and glitch.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, 97.3 ESPN, and the mobile app. It's Eagles Saturday, the start of the NFL season. I am so pumped up. Of course, we want your participation. Give us your prediction for the Eagles record this year. Send us a text. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Send us your Eagles prediction for the season, their record. 609-403-0973. You know, Scooter, I get excited. You know, I'm passionate about everything, but football, Eagles, and of course, growing up, I watched our next guest. He was tough as nails. He epitomizes toughness. So I reached out to him. He called me back. I'm excited about having him. He's a 5-time Pro Bowl selection. He's in the Eagles and Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. Let's go to the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room, number 66, Bill Bergey. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill. How are you doing? Happy to be with you.
We're in a 3-point stance, Bill. We're getting ready for the season.
You know something? A lot of people look forward to from birthday to birthday, from the first of the year to the first of the year. Well, Bill Bergey looks forward to the football season, and I am looking forward to this year with great anticipation. There's not a lot of high hopes for the Eagles this year, and they are maybe in a bit of a transition year, but I still think they'll have a good year, and I just want to see them. I just want to see them get out there and do their best. And the key to success, Bill, is what you've got to do is you've got to win all the games you're supposed to win. You got to steal a game here or there, and get hot towards the end of the season. And if you stay healthy, that's really the big underlining thing with this whole thing. And the year that we went to the Super Bowl way back in 1980, we probably weren't even in the top 10 as far as talent goes, but I don't think anybody had as much as a hangnail, and that's what carried us all the way through. Unfortunately, our Super Bowl was really the Dallas Cowboys, and that's not a cop-out. And they said, well, if you can't get ready for the Super Bowl, what can you get ready for? But we put everything into that Dallas Cowboy game in the conference championship, and we really didn't have a lot left in the tank after that.
Bill, one of the reasons why I got you on today is because people are comparing Nick Sirianni to your former head coach, Dick Vermeil, when he first came in. He came in with a lot. He was younger, came in with a lot of enthusiasm. You know, Coach Vermeil loved his players. You guys, to this day, have such a special bond. Talk to us a little bit about maybe if from what you've seen with Nick Sirianni and what you know about Coach Vermeil.
Well, first of all, I don't know too much about Nick Sirianni. I do know that he was born and raised, went to school, high school, probably less than 10 miles from where I was born and raised in Western New York, a town called Jamestown. But I can tell you an awful lot about Dick Vermeil. And I will say, besides him being my head coach and my boss at one time, I can honestly say he is probably just about the best friend anybody could have. I love him. He's very passionate. And when he came in, at first I said, who in the heck is this head from UCLA and out west? I mean, he would say to us, keep your chin straps buckled. Don't take a knee. We'll tell you when you can drink water. And I'm going, what the hell is this all about? I'm an all-pro. I've made all-pro many times. And he's telling me to keep my chin strap buckled, don't take a knee when I can get a break. And anyhow, what he was trying to do is he was trying to instill the discipline that was so obviously lacking back in those days with the Philadelphia Eagles. And from the time he got there until the time we went to the Super Bowl, which was 5 years later, I think there was only 9 of us that were left over. But the 9 of us and Dick Vermeil, we've got a bond that nobody will ever break. But Dick Vermeil, I'm telling you, he is absolutely the greatest coach I've ever had. And I had a great one in Paul Brown, Mike McCormick. But Dick Vermeil, I put him right up there on the top with nobody around him.
Oh, we're talking with Eagles Hall of Fame in the same kind of position where he comes in, he's young. Does that affect the team, the players?
Well, what I did was I said to myself, I don't know who the heck this young kid is. This Frenchman from nowheres is the way I really looked at it. I said that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy into what he's doing. And if it doesn't work out, well, then I may have a problem with him. But, I could see where it was working out. And the guys that really had a tough time with him, they were kind of removed real quick. And I can remember in the first couple of years, I would just sit and talk to him. I'd say, hey, coach, this guy is faking an injury just so he can make the team. I'm telling you right now, he's going to make the team, and he is bad for our team. And Dick Vermeil was way ahead of me. He'd say, well, you know something, Bill? I know what you're saying, and I understand what he's doing. Leave that up to me. And it just seemed like everything that Dick Vermeil did was done in the right way. And that's why I say that I really did buy into the way he did things. And he's just the best. That's all I can say. I mean, I couldn't pat him on the back enough.
Well, Bill, it's Scott McKay here. And we got to meet a couple of years ago when you, Brian Propp, and Sean Landetta went and took the bases from the Phillies game.
I remember that. Yeah, that was more than a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. But I remember meeting you and your wife, Mickey, there, and you're both tremendous people. So an honor to have you on. Listen, this is kind of an odd thing when I did my homework last night. Back in 1974, you set an NFL record with 5 interceptions, and you were awarded the largest contract of a defensive player in the NFL at 4 years for $1 million. Wow.
Yeah. And you want to know something? That hit every front page of every newspaper in the country. And the headlines were pretty much like, how can any defensive player command that kind of money? This game is getting way out of hand. It's ridiculous. Now, yes, $1 million for the 4 years. Let's put this, and this is not relative to the times of now. Russell Wilson, $36 million a year with the Seattle Seahawks. Now, he's not even, there's probably a half a dozen quarterbacks even above him, but I'm just using Russell Wilson. He makes more than $2 million in one game. I made $1 million in 4 years.
Well, in comparison,
so maybe I was born just at the wrong time. But I'll tell you what, everybody just thought it was wonderful, and then there was a few people that thought it was absurd too. But I took the money and I ran.
In comparison, T.J. Watt just signed a contract for 4 years for $112 million.
And I saw that too. I sure did. I sure did.
It's crazy how the game has changed. What do you think the game, the biggest change has been the game from back in the day?
I'll tell you what I think the biggest, Scott, the biggest change in the game is probably as much as anything the players. Now, back when I played, I'm going to say that we were like, the only way I can compare the players today than the ones of yesteryear, we were like Clydesdales. We would go bam, boom, hit, fall down, get a scrape on us, and that was kind of the way we played. These players today, they're like thoroughbreds. They are streamlined like you can't believe. They are, without a doubt, they're faster than we were. They're stronger than we were. And they are much more gifted than we are now because of the way they're so muscle bound. They can get hurt real easy. Back when I played, nobody got hurt really. We'd get a bump. Nobody would really have a knee injury or anything. Gosh, I used to laugh at the term a high ankle sprain. The hell is an ankle sprain? That's high. It's either you got an ankle sprain or you don't have an ankle sprain. But I think that's the biggest thing. These players today, where we would, after the season was over, the first thing we would do is we'd either go find another job or we'd go on vacation. Today, these guys, they will maybe take a break for a week, 2 at the very most, and then get right back in the weight room and get ready for the following season. And I guess money had an awful lot to do with that, guys.
We're talking with Bill Bergey, two-time All-Pro Eagles linebacker, number 66. You know, Bill, when I talk to guys that played in your era from the Philadelphia sports scene, 1980 was a pretty big year. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. I mean, every single sports professional team in our area, in the city, all went to their respective championship games. I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
No, that was a very, very special time. And then in 1980, we got to play in the Superstars competition out in Hawaii. And we and the Philadelphia Phillies, we were the two at the top of the ladder, and we went against each other, and we ended up beating the Phillies. But the Phillies, I think that year they beat Kansas City, and it was 1980 was just a great year. The 76ers, the Flyers, I mean, the basketball team, the baseball, everybody, they were all great, and it was nice. It was really nice to be a whole part of that era.
Bill, you were a fan favorite in Philly, and I think it was honestly because of the way you played the game. You played it the right way. You played it with a lot of passion, and that's something the Philly fans want. Did you find it? A lot of guys we've had on the show here has found it tough to play in Philly.
Yeah, like
did you find it that way?
Yeah, not really. You produce, and they're going to clap. You do something stupid, they're going to boo you. We understand that. I had a real nice love affair with the people in Philadelphia, not only because I was an okay football player, but when I would leave that locker room after a football game, we might have our butts handed to us real bad. But I will honestly tell you this. I signed everybody's autograph. I was cordial to everybody. And all the way to the parking lot where the players had their own little parking area, I never said no to any one of those people. Because you know something, guys, you're not going to believe this. It's really funny. If you're nice and kind to people all the way up that ladder of success, guess what, guys? You're going to meet those same people coming back down that ladder. And you know something? I'm an old man now, but I can still go down the streets of Philadelphia, and people will say to me, "Hey, Bill, thank you for the good old days. We appreciate everything you've done," and that gives me a good, warm feeling inside.
We're talking with Bill Bergey, two-time Pro Bowl Eagles linebacker, number 66. Let's talk real quick a little bit. We got about a minute left, a couple of minutes here about the Eagles linebackers. We're looking at the depth chart here, and we see some changes with the Eagles linebackers. Gennard, Avery, Wilson, and Singleton it looks like it'll be your starting three. What do you make of those guys?
You know something? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know a thing about them. And I will tell you one thing about the linebackers. The linebackers, it's getting to the point where they're a dying breed. There's no Dick Butkus, Ray Nitschke, Mike Curtis, Willie Lanier. There's none of those guys anymore. What they have now is they've got these
coverage.
Coverage guys. They've got these defensive backs that are 220 pounds that can run with all these wide receivers. And I'm telling you, it's the linebackers. It's a dying breed. It really is. They just don't really. So when you ask me about the linebackers of Philadelphia, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but I don't know anything about them.
Bill, let me ask you. You played on teams that were, supposed to win, teams that weren't supposed to. What do you like, being chased or being the chaser? Like, being the underdog, going after, better teams or being on top and protecting that? You know something? I always wanted to be the guy out front. I wanted to be
having everybody come after me, and I didn't want to have to sneak up on anyone. And you know, something that worked both ways with me, but to be the guy out front, I'll never forget the year that we went to the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure I'm right when I say this. We were 9-1, and we went to New Orleans, and we were playing a team 0-10. The Saints and Archie Manning were 0-10, and we get into this game, and I can remember that ride down there. Everybody was real cocky, and it really bothered me that people weren't ready for this game. But hey, we're 9-1 and they're 0-10. Why in the hell don't you think that's going to be a slaughter? We go into that game, and I'm telling you, New Orleans puts 14 points up on the board real quick. And I'm telling you, we are arguing and fighting defensively. We're going crazy. Marion Campbell, our defensive coordinator, had us over on the sideline, and he said, will somebody please tell me what the hell is happening out there? And Dennis Bigfoot Harrison dropped a dime on the entire defense. He said, I'll tell you what's happening, Coach. Everybody's fighting with everybody. With that, Marion Campbell exploded, and he went to every player on the defense, and he'd say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And John Bunning would say, I just want them to play the defense that I call. Good. He'd ask somebody else, Claude Humphrey, what do you want to do, Coach? I just want to go get that damn quarterback. Good, Claude, you go get the quarterback. That's your job from here on. And he went around to everybody. We went out there after being down 14-0. We ended up beating them 38-14.
All right, we're asking our listeners today for a prediction of the season. We'll ask you, Bill, what do you think of the Eagles this year? What's their record going to be?
I'm going to say 500. We've got a few spots that we have to fill. Now, I think
we have 17 games, and the only thing is
real good. But I'm gonna be a 500 guy.
So 8-1.
Yes, that's right. That's 17 games now. That's correct. 8-1.
All right, Bill. Well, listen, we really appreciate it. I love talking and reminiscing about the past and hearing from you. A two-time Pro Bowl selection, number 66, Bill Bergey. Thank you so much. Have a great Eagles weekend.
Okay, thank you, and it was a pleasure chatting with you guys.
Thanks, Bill.
There he is, Bill Bergey. He's right. They don't make linebackers like the Ray Nitschke, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, right? Mike Singletary.
Yeah, they were tough back then.
Dick Butkus, Bill Bergey.
Those are the names that you still remember to this day. You know, like you think, I don't know, some of these guys that we're talking about now are going to even last in our memory all these years?
Not at all. All right, the second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on an 18-hole championship golf course and enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, when you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard about New Jersey's premier vacant home management service? My Winter Watchdog? You know, those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on your house, hours of time on the road. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. And, of course, they do a great job, My Winter Watchdog. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL, it's an elite Week 1 showdown in the AFC as Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs hosts Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Hi, this is Chris Carino. Join Brian Baldinger and me for all the action as we kick off the new season with a pair of high-flying offenses. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns in Week 1 action. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up,
Good night.
there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell and engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
How real do I keep it? So real. How real do I keep it? So real. So real that Caesars will give you some authentic NFL gear when you bet $100 in September. So download the app and get live in-game betting, parlays, Caesars rewards, and some authentic NFL gear. I'm an official sponsor of the NFL, people!
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey only and for new and existing users who opt into this offer. Jersey awarded as a gift card. Options may vary. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Flounder season is gearing up, and the one stop for everything you need is the bait and tackle shop at Utch's Marina in historic Cape May. Come to Utch's for a huge selection of spinning and conventional rods and combos for the boat or the surf, with top name brands available like Penn, Tsunami, Ocean Max, Shimano, and more. Utch's Marina, your home away from home at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Stop by any day or visit CapeMayHarbor.com.
Creamy nut butter makes it delightfully sweet. Roasted nuts make it perfectly salty. Get 2 great tastes in one delicious bar. Enjoy a Nature Valley sweet and salty nut bar today.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Scotty McKay, Billy Schweim. That was cool hearing Bill Bergey.
Yeah, it's a big flashback from high school days for me.
Man. Well, I was a senior in high school at 1980. All right, Scooter, what unit has made a bigger improvement for the Philadelphia Eagles? The offense or the defense?
The defense.
And why? Why do you say that?
Well, they strengthened up some of their biggest weaknesses were their defensive backs.
Right.
Obviously, McLeod's not ready to play again, but he'll help that team when they come back. But, I think that was one of their biggest linebackers was a big issue for the Eagles last year, but they're not utilizing them quite like they used to. So,
well, and that's what Josh and I were just going at it here in the break, because they're not playing your typical 4-3 they've got a hybrid in there. Of course, Maddox is like the nickel back, so he's going to get more playing time than Avery. But Josh, even Bill Bergey said it, like, and you're not going to see that tough run-stopping linebacker anymore.
No, the guy who was the 260, 280 middle linebacker is now a defensive end.
Right.
You know, they changed because all the teams are going passing, high passing offenses now. And guys like a Jeremiah Trotter or a Levon Kirkland, they would be too slow for that position.
And I get it. The game has changed in that respect. But if you look at the Eagles defense, their front four, Cox, Cox, Hargrave, Brandon Graham, and either Derek Burnett or Josh Sweat. I think that's a pretty formidable defensive line. One of the, if not the best, 1A behind maybe the Redskins. All right. Then you got Alex Singleton, who out of all the linebackers, I mean, he's going to start, but I don't think he's a great cover guy. He wasn't last year. I mean, he can tackle, and he's got that, rah-rah mentality, but, I'm not impressed with him. I am impressed with Eric Wilson. They brought in Eric Wilson. They brought in Steve Nelson to opposite of Darius Slay.
Right.
I think the defense got better.
No
and,
doubt.
of course, when McLeod comes back, that'll solidify their secondary.
I think Singleton's a better cover linebacker than you're giving him credit for, because I think that your memory is recalling all the times Nate Gary got burned when Singleton was all on the field at the same time. Like those like the Tyler Higbee 3-touchdown game versus the Rams last year. That was Nate Gary. That wasn't Singleton. So to me, I think that a lot of times people forget who is guarding who in certain situations. I think Singleton's a better cover guy than people are remembering, because the defense overall was so busted up that it's hard to give individuals credit in the ultimate team game, whether it's win or lose. Like, for example, on Thursday night, Dak Prescott had an incredible game.
Sure did.
And guess what? His team won the turnover battle, but his team lost at the end of the game for a variety of reasons. So it's like, it's hard in the ultimate team game to be like, this individual played well when the team as a whole lost.
All right, the offense. Scooty, you look at the offense. I think the offense made more of an improvement than the defense, because you have Devontae Smith as a Heisman Trophy winner. Jalen Reagor is in his second year, a number one pick, and I think if he stays healthy, he's got breakaway speed. You've got the best two tight ends in the league, playing on the same team, and they're up. Yeah, they are. Name another team that has two tight ends as good as the Eagles.
Patriots, they got Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
All right, that's it.
How about Kansas City?
Kansas City has one tight end.
Well, they only need one.
No, they don't.
They don't need two.
They play two tight ends.
Their second tight end is mostly just a blocker, though, halftime.
And then Jalen Hurts is the question mark. Obviously, we don't know exactly what we're going to get out of him, but I mean,
So where is the big improvements? I haven't seen. You see
receiving
Devontae Smith. He's the improvement. But
Devontae Smith is a major upgrade,
and the offense
considering what you had last year.
Other than that, who?
Well, it's also the coaching staff you brought in. You can't undervalue the fact
We
that
have
you
no idea what they're going to do yet.
But here's the offensive line. If the offensive line stays healthy, this is an offensive.
That's not an improvement. It was the same offensive line that started last year.
Improvement because they're healthy.
Well, yeah, until game one.
Because they also report that Barrett Brooks now is.
Yeah, he was like questionable to even
Brandon
play.
Brooks.
They said they already announced that he's playing.
He's going to play, but he's already questionable after being out since 2019.
No, he was limited at practice.
Right.
Which means it could be anything.
How about Quez Watkins? I mean, he played really well. He's got some great speed.
I don't see him as a major improvement.
So you think the defense improved better more than
no doubt? I don't think the offense improved hardly at all.
So then you think this team is improved, but you're still only going 7-9 and 1.
7 wins. I don't have them win in the first game.
I got them going 8-8. 609-403-0973 is the text board.
8-9.
What did I say?
They can't go 8.
You have.
8-9. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Send us your text messages, your predictions for the Eagles season.
You want to rapid fire some of these guys?
Yeah, rapid fire. 609-403-0973.
Dan and EHT says they're going to go 13-4.
I love it.
Every year there's a new coaching staff on a team. The league can't figure it out the first year. The Eagles will be that team. Go Birds, says Dan and EHT. Joe in the Villa says 10-7. They'll win the division if they stay healthy. Eagles are being underrated. And we got Nick in Brigantine says, I still like the Birds winning 10 games this year. I'm going to find a place to bet that one.
All right.
Well, there's plenty of places to do that. 609-403-0973. You want to ride people to second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always, always a great day at Great Bay. Get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation's certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the main line, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll go to lunch at Red's Jersey Mex. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles open the 2021 season tomorrow in Atlanta against the Falcons.
Ryan back. Here comes the rush. He's hit. They've got him back at the 35.
Pre-game coverage begins at noon. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 1. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Local Gym and Fitness is well-stocked with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Daniel Baldwin, and I'd like you to do something for me right now. That's right, right now. I want you to go to bioblasting.com. That's BIOBLASTING.com. Right now. Just go to bioblasting.com or call them at 833-BIO-BLAST. Use promo code ESPN to get 20% off your order. Bioblasting, located in Egg Harbor Township. People, pet, and planet friendly.
Oh yeah, it's on at Mad Black Nissan.
AJ, the trade-in man, is at it again. This month, get $2,000 cash back, 0% for 60 months, and AJ will give you top dollar for your trade. So why waste money repairing or replacing worn-out parts, tires, or wiper blades? Bring it to AJ at Matt Blatt Nissan today. Stuck in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Nissan will get you released. The value of your current vehicle has skyrocketed, so cash in your vehicle now and drive home in a new Nissan today with peace of mind. Because only Matt Blatt Nissan has a 4-day love it or leave it return policy. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. We finance your future, not your past. All new Nissan Murano, 0 down, 0 interest for 60 months. Matt Blatt Nissan.com. Negative equity will be refinanced into new vehicle. Rate qualifications exist. Not all will qualify. 0% APR financing based on $1,667 per thousand borrowed. Offers can't be combined. Murano VIN. MC 134-385. Call 877-289-6670 or go to mattblattnissan.com for complete details. Offer ends 10/3/2021. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, Scooter, your boy Rumbus, man. Is he an anti-Philadelphia team guy?
No, not at all. He just gives you his opinion.
All right.
Just like I do.
Talent evaluator, huh?
Yes.
All right. Hey, listen, man, we usually go to lunch at Reds Jersey Mex on Saturday around 10:50 to get an update on what's going on down there at Reds. But my man Reds went surfing today.
Did it? Well, he should have been surfing.
So he's running a little late. Let's see if he got barrel. Let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome in the owner of Reds Jersey Mex, Reds.
Hey, what's up, Schweiner?
Oh, did you get tubed?
No, I didn't get barrel. I got worked a little bit. I got some exercise, and I'm really out of shape. But it was nice to be out in the ocean. I got one coming in, and I actually who's ready to eat breakfast now, which we have at Reds Jersey Mex. Some great breakfast burritos. Is local legend Eddie Gillen and his sister Elizabeth came in for breakfast, and Eddie was out there, and he was getting a bunch of waves out there on his sup when I first got out there. He came in before I did, but yeah, great surf the last couple of days over here.
He was on the Zup?
He was on the sup, and he was getting some waves, man.
Eddie Gillen, a.k.a. Santa Claus?
That kid still got it.
Yo, Reds, man, you know what? We're going to do a special down here today. Can I tell the people what it is?
Yeah, so I'll tell them.
Oh, you tell them.
So, and anything you want to get on the menu, because you wanted to just offer them tacos, but I want to, anything you want to get on the menu. Today you get a free fountain soda or iced tea with anything that you choose. That way you come in, you don't have to worry, I got to get that to get this or whatever. No, you get whatever you want and you get a free drink.
But you got to mention you heard it on the locker room.
Right. You got to mention that you heard it on the locker room. And I got a great gang in here working today. I got the future of Reds Jersey Mex. I got Kate and Sophie working today with Diego and me. And then, of course, we got Nick the Knife coming in and Raul coming in for the night shift tonight. Take care of the people over here.
Yeah, you got to get your Reds Jersey Mex menu going for college football today. Of course, you got some good games, man. People get those tacos, get in front of the TV. It doesn't get any better than that.
There's so much going on right now this time of year. It's really great, really great. Yeah, and you can see the whole menu at www.redsjerseymex.com. You call us at 609-399-2272. And we're at 206 11th Street, conveniently located with free off-street parking.
All right. Of course, you got to mention you heard it on the locker room. Get a free fountain soda.
On the locker room. Come on over here. These girls are waiting for you to take care of you. And we got the greatest food in town.
All right, Red Toner. Hey, listen, we at least you got out of the water okay, all right?
Yeah, I made it out in one piece. That's all.
Are you still in your wetsuit?
I'm a little soggy.
All right, Red Toner. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Have a great show.
There he is, Reds at Reds Jersey Mex. Of course, you go down there today. Anything you get on the menu, just say you heard it on the locker room. You get a free fountain soda or iced tea. There you go. Mention the locker room. Get down to Reds. Right? All right, Scooter. You're a talent evaluator.
Yeah.
Is that because you inform people here? That's what you do.
That's what I try to do.
So what do you think about Jalen Hurts? Because he's the X factor.
Well, the sad thing is I don't know. I like him.
We didn't see him in the preseason.
We didn't see him. I mean, I like him. I got to see a snapshot.
Right, you know what? I'm going to give you kudos for that because that is honest. You didn't try to come up with something that you based on what? We don't know.
Exactly. We didn't really see these. I mean, Devontae Smith got a little hurt in the preseason, I'm looking really forward to him helping this team out. I think he's going to be a great addition. I think Jalen Hurts has the potential to be a great addition to this team, but I don't know anything yet. It's kind of like, you know what I'm really glad about? That they're on the road. Because if they come out flat after not playing all those pieces, the home team would bury them.
So last year during the 4 starts, Hurts completed 52% of his passes. He threw for 1,061 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He rushed for 354 yards with 3 touchdowns on the ground. Small sample size. We didn't really get to see. Plus, remember that the offensive line was in flux, man. They were all hurt.
Yeah. So what can you take from that? I don't know. Now that he's got an offensive line that's healthy again, hopefully for at least a little while, he's going to have better protection. He's going to have more time to, see the field, which is going to be his biggest issue.
See, I think the key to the Eagles' offense, Scooter, is their speed. They've got 3 receivers now that are burners. They're not just these guys can flat out fly.
Yeah, but
you have the Heisman Trophy winner. If you look at his stats in Alabama, where he caught 235 passes for almost 4,000 yards with 46 touchdowns and an average of 16.9 per catch in his time at Alabama.
And I think that's all great, but he's now in the pros, and guys are better. They're bigger. They're faster.
But you're playing in the SEC, man.
Still, it's no comparison in my opinion.
No, it's not a comparison.
So,
and then of course Jalen Reagor was the 2020 first-round pick. He's a speed demon. So they got 3 burners plus the 2 tight ends.
Well, and listen, you were against Reagor the whole year last year. I kind of liked it.
Only because of Justin Jefferson.
Right. But he struggled. Reagor struggled.
Can I just jump in here? I hate the Jefferson comparison.
Why?
I do too.
Because I think it's the dumbest thing in the world.
Oh, you got really?
Because here's the
thing. We could have had Justin Jefferson.
You're telling me that Justin Jefferson in last year's offense would have done what he did in Minnesota last year?
No, I would have said he would have been a lot better than Reagor.
Based on
what he did in Minnesota last year.
That's subjective.
And he stayed healthy.
Because
he stayed healthy.
In Minnesota, he walked in a situation where they said, "We just traded Stephon Diggs. You're taking all of his targets."
And he stayed healthy. Well,
if he would have come to Philadelphia, he wasn't getting 100.
Deshaun Jackson was hurt all last year. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was
Do you
trash.
know who led the team in targets last year?
Goddard.
No.
Who was it?
Greg Ward.
Greg Ward?
He had under 80 targets. I think he had 76 or 78. Which one?
I don't know why.
Justin Jefferson had over 100 targets last year.
So you're going to sit there, look at me in the face, and tell me that Reagor's better than Justin Jefferson?
No, what I'm saying is assuming that Jefferson will be better just based on his production in Minnesota is a farce.
So what will it take you to realize that we should have had Justin? If Justin Jefferson repeats his performance from last year.
I never judge a player until 3-5 years into his career.
Right. Hey, put Jalen Reagor on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. How does he do there?
Right. If you put Jalen Reagor on one of these other teams where those young receivers
he got hurt. He got hurt.
Well, he can't help that. He can't help that.
He missed a handful of games.
Right.
That's right. He got hurt. He couldn't stay on the field. You got to be available to be good.
How many times did he get overthrown by Wentz last year?
Oh, not just Wentz too, because I saw footage of Hurts overthrowing him too.
Well, that Cardinals
or
game,
underthrowing him.
Well, that Cardinals game, you got Brett Toth playing.
Yeah, you can't compare 2 guys on 2 different teams.
Well, you knuckleheads, I'd rather have Justin Jefferson. You guys can stick with Reagor. Look,
what if Justin Jefferson gets hurt this year? Is he now lousy?
Well, yeah, that he is.
Oh, okay.
But that's ridiculous.
No, he's not lousy. You got to be available.
Yeah, but you can't judge a guy's availability off of 1 year.
Right.
Like you mentioned Deshaun Jackson. The reason
Devontae Smith was hurt in the
is because he has multiple years.
Look, I hope
that he has played less than 12 games.
Stay. Listen, for as much as you guys are cheerleading for him, you better stay healthy.
Not cheerleader for him. I'm just not going to bury the guy this first year in the NFL.
1 year in the NFL.
You buried him. You said he stinks. He's awful.
I didn't say. You just heard me say he stinks.
Last year, you said he's terrible. That was the worst pick in the world. They could have picked this. They could have picked that.
Out of my mouth. You never heard me say he stinks.
He's terrible.
I just said he's not available. He got hurt.
Oh, we only missed 3 or 4 games.
How do you translate that?
3 or 4 games out of 16 is awful.
I say stuff and then you go, you change everything I say.
No, I don't. We can go back and listen to the shows. But listen, this game to me is interesting. This first game, because I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big difference how this season goes right off the bat. I mean, you've got 2 teams that have same issues on defense, but similar. You've got two brand new head coaches that have never head coached in this league.
It's the first time.
You've got two best 10 defensive tackles in football in Jarrett and Cox. You've got you both had 4 wins last year. This is going to be an interesting game, and I'll tell you what: if the Eagles lose this game, they're going to be 0-4 in the first 4 games.
Look, this is a quarterback league, right? We all agree to that.
Sure. Yeah.
You got to give the edge to Matty Ice.
Well,
I would think so. Sure.
You can do that, but with the sacrifice if you're overlooking their offensive line. Hurts has got a much better line in front of him than Matty Ice does.
And he has more escapability. He can run.
And you could argue that if what we saw from what Sirianni did in Indianapolis, what Steichen did with the Chargers. Remember, Sirianni had 3 different quarterbacks in 3 years.
Right.
Steichen made Justin Herbert the guy he is today. You could argue that if anyone's going to get something out of Hurts, it's these guys.
So you have Scooter. You have the Eagles losing tomorrow.
I have the Eagles losing 24-21.
Josh, you have them winning tomorrow?
I have them winning.
All right, Josh, 609-403-0973 is the text board. You want to give us your prediction on this season because you didn't do it last week?
Yeah, well, I said I wanted a little time to diagnose, so I'm going to go with the Eagles going 9-8.
So I have them going 8-9. You have them going 9-8, and you have them going 7-9-1.
And the reason, well, first
they
of all,
might tie the first game.
So first of all, that means we're all going the over 6.5.
That's right. We're all going over.
We're all going over 6.5.
Right.
And I think we all agree that this team is better than the dumpster fire that was last year.
Look at their schedule,
not by much though.
Yes, they are.
I mean, but guess what? You lost 3 games. You missed out on
Carson
3 wins
Wentz
last year
was horrible.
because of Wentz was an abomination to mankind.
I agree.
The Bengals game, the Steelers game, and the first Washington game. They should have won those 3 games, but they didn't because your quarterback was an imbecile egomaniac.
That Washington game was.
Well, they probably won a few games they shouldn't have won either.
No, they only won 4.
I know. There's probably 2 of them they probably shouldn't have won.
What a dope.
Jesus.
Scott, you were doing so well there.
No.
They won a couple games.
I guarantee you they won a game that they probably should have lost. I'll bet my life on it.
Okay, maybe one.
One out of 4. It's 25%.
But still, that means they would have won 6
maybe
games
2
last year.
Maybe 2.
They could have won 6 games last year.
I hate the
could have, would have. They didn't win them. That's the key.
4-11-1, and like Josh is right. There was 3 games that were down outright embarrassments. Carson Wentz lost those games.
You had them going 10-6 last year.
Well, so did Vegas.
So did Vegas. Guess what? But think about it. If Josh if the 3 games that Josh and I are talking about, they win that, there's 7 wins, and I'm right.
That's if.
Carson Wentz was so bad last year.
Oh, I agree. He was terrible. And I'm so glad he's out of here. It's not even funny. He's still having issues. He's having issues in Indianapolis. They haven't even started yet.
Our boy Dave Sharapan picked the Seahawks, right?
Yeah.
They picked the Seahawks. Do you think the Seahawks will win that game tomorrow?
I do. I think it's better more than 2.5 or 3, though.
By the way, it was great to see the Cowboys lose on Thursday night, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That game was so
I like
much
the Cowboys
fun,
losing.
That was a great game to watch. And I got to tell you this.
Do you realize the Cowboys are better than the Eagles?
They're in last place right now.
They're better than the Eagles.
They're in last place right now.
If I saw the other night, they are much better.
Well,
than
they're
the
off their receiving course.
Tremendous. 10 times better.
I would say
that was a fun game to watch.
I would say the Cowboys' offense is better than the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys' defense, they got a lot of things to figure out.
But I thought they played pretty well against Brady.
The 2 turnovers, the one went off Fournette's hands. He should have caught that ball.
Correct.
To call a turnover.
And then this.
That's all right. But you can look at the play, and it wasn't their defense did something great.
He was in the right spot, and he got the ball right in his hands, and he caught it.
Here, man.
Come on, man.
That's stupid.
Balls get tipped in the end.
You're a dope.
Balls get tipped every week for interceptions.
It hit him right in the hands.
Well, that's what he was in the right spot.
So you can't give the Cowboys. That's more of the Fournette making a mistake than the Cowboys making a great play.
No, he didn't make a mistake. He missed the ball.
It hit him right in the hands.
Yeah. Well, in the hands where he couldn't reach.
So they capitalized on his mistake, but the Dallas defense is suspect. By the way,
it's not as bad as I thought it was.
I really enjoyed watching Tom Brady play the other night.
He's just so calm, and you knew he was going to win that game.
He's common.
He's calm.
He's calm, cool, and collected.
Right. He just there was no panic in him the other day. There was no we're not going to win this
43
game.
43 years old. What's 42? 43
As soon as the Cowboys kicked that field goal, I saw the time on the clock. I'm like,
Bucks too much
gonna win
time.
this game.
Right.
This is Brady time.
I love
it. And Gronk said it after. I don't know if you guys heard the interview with Gronk after the game.
I did.
He said that Brady walked into that huddle, and they knew immediately they were going to go down and win that game.
And if Zorline was so bad, the Cowboys do win the game.
That's a whole nother story.
Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Get down there, become a member. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. You wear their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, Josh Henning on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA football. Throw out the records and the rankings as we bring you the battle for the state of Iowa and the Cy-Hawk Trophy. As Coach Matt Campbell looks to lead the Cyclones to victory over Coach Kirk Ferentz and the Hawkeyes. It's Iowa State and Iowa. If it's college football, it's right here.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 4 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is Jonathan Young, Camden County Commissioner, reminding everyone to get your COVID-19 vaccine shot to protect yourself and your neighbors. I got my shot to protect myself and those around me because the fight against COVID-19 is about protecting your entire community. For updated information on COVID-19's vaccination efforts, visit CamdenCounty.com. We're all in this together. Let's play our part to stay safe and healthy this summer.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Church's has a deal made for you or all y'all. Choose your favorite tenders or classic style chicken and spicy or original with sides and biscuits for everyone. So swing by for Church's Feed 6 starting at $20 deals. Church's, bring
All right, that's it. We're out of time. We're going to talk a little bit about the 6 finals that were selected for the Flyers Hall of Fame, but we don't have time. I want to remind people I'll be in the ramp booth tonight on the boardwalk at all campus in Ocean City. Get down there. Come on, see me up on the boardwalk, 1028 boardwalk. That went flying by.
I went flying by.
Oh, my God.
We didn't even talk any Phils.
Tomorrow, I got a big show lined up. We'll start our Eagles pregame show. Meet Pete Thompson, Scott Grayson every Sunday, and, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, is back for another season. Gonna have fun. Thanks to Dave Sharapan, Bill Bergey for checking in
Yeah.
today. We got a little life out of Scooter. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody.